Today we are going to make full meals, so come spend some time with me. So, Karthik loves full meals, and every opportunity that I get, I make full meals for him because I love him. I know it's very cheesy and all that. I love when he eats a lot. So, every opportunity I get, I make full meals. On Saturdays, it's almost a tradition in our household to make full meals. But for the last couple of Saturdays, it hasn't happened because life happened, and we also went for a weekend trip to Perisha Valley. If you have not seen that video, it's already in our channel. You should go and watch them. But coming back to full meals, yes, so it's been a while since I've cooked a full spread, and today I thought I'll make a full spread and I'm going to take you along. Today's menu that I've thought of is drumstick and eggplant Pulikulambu. It is a tamarind based curry, and rasam, but this time I'm going to make amla rasam, gooseberry. Amla is Indian gooseberry, so that rasam, and Brussels sprouts poriyal. For the protein, we are going to make soya chukka fry, and I'll fry some papadams or some vadams, and that's it. Let's get cooking. So I'm going to keep rice and dal in Instapot because we need that dal's water for rasam. Okay, for the dal, I usually add turmeric powder, little bit of salt, and just a few drops of oil before I pressure cook it. And rice is just wash rice and water. We use ponni rice and we do 1:3 because if we do 1:2, I find that the rice is not properly cooked. Also, Karthik feels the same, so we just do 1:3. For the soya chukka fry, I've got about 1.5 cups of soya. This time we are using like smaller soya. You can also make this with bigger soya. I'm using smaller one, and I'm just going to add some hot water to it. It can cook on the side. Okay, we know that rice and dal is cooking in the Instapot. I've also soaked meal maker in hot water. Now the first thing I'm going to get started is the kolambu, or the tamarind based curry. As I said, I'm going to use drumsticks and brinjal. I've washed them, and here is everything that I'm going to use for the kolambu. I'm going to make it in pressure cooker. So I need onions, tomatoes, and curry powder. I've also got tamarind that is soaked in water. I did it in the morning, so there's that. And I've got some curry leaves and green chilies. That's all you need for, these are the essential items you need for the kolambu. Let's get started. So while the oil is heating, I'm going to put like about 1.5 or 2 tablespoons maybe of curry powder and tamarind water, and just mix this into like a paste. We'll be adding that paste with the mix, with the masala mix. Our oil is hot. Let's add some tempering. So this is the tamarind water and curry powder paste. We'll also be adding more water to this, but I'm just trying to break off the lumps. Okay, now let's add tomatoes. Okay, now onion and tomato has cooked very well. You could also add garlic if you want, but I don't usually add garlic. Now I'm going to add the vegetables and fry in this mixture. So I let this fry for maybe 5 minutes or so. Once I feel like it's fried nicely and it's coated with that onion and tomato masala, I'll add this tamarind water and curry powder mix, and then I'll add a bit more water and just let it whistle. Now I don't have a lot of kadais like this one, so I'm making it in pressure cooker. But if you guys have like kadais, then cook it in kadai. It will take some time because drumstick takes a while to cook. But if you let it cook in kadai, the oil is going to ooze out and it's going to taste really nice. I'm going to cook it in pressure cooker, and then after a couple of whistles, I'll just open it and then let it like simmer for some more time, and that way it'll thicken. We'll see if the oil oozes out or what. Probably not, but it's fine. I don't have a lot of kadais. Okay, now that's nicely coated. Let's add our curry powder and tamarind water mix. I'm going to add some more water to this. Okay, I did a little bit of taste test and it feels tad bit on the spicier side, so I'm just going to add a bit more tamarind water to this. Also the salt was less, so I've added the salt. We have our curry cooking there. I'm going to wash Brussels sprouts and get this started. Some olive oil. Okay, we're getting started on Brussels sprouts Poriyal. For any Poriyal, it's a very basic recipe: oil and some tempering. So I've added some mustard seeds. Okay, you can choose not to add onions, but sometimes I add it. So I'm going to add onions this time. Some curry leaves. And some salt. The onion is fried. We just added salt to this, and here is my chopped Brussels sprouts. I'm going to add that, and we'll just be cooking in this. I'll close and cook it. I'm not going to add any water or anything like that, so we'll just cook in the oil and the vapor that this forms. Just a little bit of turmeric powder and a good mix. We have our Brussels sprouts cooking. For the Pulikulambu, the cooker gave 2 whistles. I've switched it off. I'm letting the pressure release on its own. In the meantime, let's get started on rasam. So I've got some amla, gooseberry here. This could be about 3 or 4. I'm not sure. I'm just using like frozen amlas, and I've added some hot water to this so it defrosts quickly. I'm going to put it in mixie and grind it. So for traditional rasam, we would use tamarind water. For the amla rasam, I'm not going to use tamarind water. I'm just going to use this paste for the sourness. So once I grind it, I'll taste it and see. If it is too sour, I'll not use the whole lot because I'm doing it for the first time. I wanted to experiment and see. So let's see. Okay, let's go and grind this now. So as you can see, Brussels sprouts is nicely cooked. In some cases, like you can see the char. So I'll just add little bit of coconut. I usually have desiccated coconut with me all the time, and I add it to most of my Poriyal dishes. I'm not storing them in a stainless steel vessel because we don't feel like we will finish this in one go, and just storing them in like this glass container means it's easy to reheat in a microwave. So I'm letting the curry thicken a little bit, so it's simmering. Okay, I am going to get started on rasam. We already have the amla puree, and I'm not going to use rasam powder. I'm just going to make it on the go. So let's add this amla puree first. Let's add about that much, and I'll add some parupu water. I don't just add the water usually, I also add a little bit of dal along with it. I feel like that gives a good taste. So as you can see, there's some dal plus water. Just 1 chili because I feel like the Colombo has become very spicy. I don't want this to be spicy, so I've just added one chili. We don't have garlic because we got very fancy and bought black garlic, and that is giving sweet taste to everything. So I'm just going to use like minced garlic. This is also very good. Let's add curry leaves, salt. In terms of powders, we are going to add cumin powder, people don't add coriander powder, but I like it, so I add about the same amount as cumin powder. So that's same amount of cumin powder and coriander powder and pepper, and about half teaspoon of turmeric. Let's give that a good mix. Now let's add water and taste test. நல்லா இருக்கு கண்ணா, உப்பு கம்மி. Okay, as usual, less salt, so I'm going to add some salt, and sourness is also less, so maybe I'll just use off this part also. Salt is still less, but it's okay. I'll adjust. This Soya Chukka for rasam. So I've already made a video on different kinds of utensils I have and their maintenance. With this, you need to be super careful, and every time I cook with this vessel, I'm always near the stove because I'm scared that it's going to melt. It won't, but you just have to be very diligent when you use this. So I'm going to stay here and wait until rasam boils. Once it does, we'll put it out of the stove and then we'll just do the tempering. So there's that. So the dal that we made, I'll be using on a different day. I'm not going to make today. I'll just use it either for making sambar or just dal with some greens or something like that, but we are going to put it in the fridge. So everything is cooking. We have Brussels sprouts done, rasam is boiling, and we also have curry that's simmering. Last dish is soya. You know how we soaked soya in hot water? I'm just going to drain the water out of soya and start making soya chukka. Okay, this is the tempering for rasam. I always use nallanai, which is sesame oil, for the tempering. Now the last dish, we're ready. I've got some masala items, I'm adding them. So I've added onions, and then I'm adding some salt. We'll also be adding some ginger garlic paste, tomatoes, turmeric, coriander, chili powder, and garam masala. So I've added all the powders and I've given it a good mix. I'm going to let it cook for some time so the raw smell goes off. So let's add our soya and a little bit of water and give it a good mix. I'm going to add some more water and let it cook for 5 to 8 minutes. So I closed and cooked for some time, and then I've let it open for maybe a few minutes now, and as you can see, it's of the right consistency. I'm just going to garnish it with some coriander and curry leaves and give it a good mix. So the only thing pending now is frying some papadums. I've got oil heating up on the side.